the feature of the night are our students, always. As we continue to consider this idea about resilient leaders choosing Columbia, I invite you to listen to some of our students as they share with you how they found their way here. But more importantly, where God is calling them and how God has called them. Our speakers tonight are Doug Friesema and Siobhan Starling Lewis. Doug is a member of the Presbyterian Church, USA, and still under the care of the James Presbytery. Nothing's changed there, good. Graduated from the University of Virginia with a bachelor's in economics, theology, they put it kind. But more importantly, what I love about Doug is this kind of quiet demeanor and this humble character when you meet him. These qualities are not to be mistaken as shyness per se, but instead I think he's a listener and observer. And you'll find if you speak to him that when he speaks, his words are carefully chosen, and he speaks with Christ-like love. Combine all that with this gentle chuckle, when you make a joke, it's a little chuckle, and you have the makings of a great leader for the church and the world.
Monica, thank you. Students, thank you. Prospective students, thank you. Staff, thank you, faculty. It's really nice to be here with y'all tonight. So we're talking about discernment. How many times have you heard that already in the couple of minutes that we've been here? I'm going to talk about it some more. But I've learned that it really matters. I've been convinced by this place that discernment matters. And I promise you that you're not the only ones, prospective students, you're not the only ones doing discernment right now. Everyone here is doing discernment right now. I've been really blessed over the last little while to serve on a faculty committee chaired by my friend Roger, actually, and graced with the presence of many other faculty and staff in this room. We're working to review the curriculum of Columbia Theological Seminary. We are in the middle of discernment about what it means to be a seminary, how to respond to a changing world, and how to educate people so that they too can respond and lead with imagination and with resilience. And one of the big voices of wisdom that I've heard on that committee is our Dean of Faculty, actually. Her name is Dean Mullen. She's not in the room tonight, but hopefully you'll have a chance to run across her while you are here. Listen to her words. That's what I've been doing. That's where I've been learning. She noticed, a number of the people in the room noticed, as we went on this long process of discernment about what a curriculum would look like, she noticed that we had dreamed big. We had a lot of huge changes, and a lot of people were seeing that. Many things that we wanted to do, and we wanted to do them right now. And someone asked the question of, can we do all of this right now? Her response was, maybe. Maybe we don't have to. Maybe we do discernment, maybe we make change, maybe we follow God step by step, maybe page by page, maybe one step at a time. And that's certainly been my story, the one page at a time, not knowing exactly where I was going to end up, not knowing I was going to come here. I certainly didn't think I was going to go to seminary. Not for a long time, not until about a year before I ended up here. It was a process of God revealing through a church, through a classroom in a big public university, through a job doing financial analysis of all things, working with people in India and Pakistan, God revealing gifts for ministry, passions for ministry, through teenagers that I worked with, through people I served doing homeless ministries through a church. Step by step and page by page, slowly it was revealed. And she said, perhaps that's the way that you build a curriculum, perhaps that's the way that we do discernment, is step by step. Perhaps that's really the way that we can follow God, little by little. And she also said that change is not a one-time thing. You don't just turn one page. You don't just come to seminary. That's not the end of your story. I know it's an important part of the story right now, and one worth thinking about, one worth considering. But I guess if I were to give advice, it would be her advice of reevaluate. Always pay attention. Something I actually learned from Anna, who may have stepped out, but when she talks about preaching, she talks about pay attention. Look at what's going on around you. Look at, watch how children respond to things. Watch how you respond to things, whether they are calls. Every little thing in your life can be a call. It can be a new page that's being turned over, I think. And that's what I've heard from her, and it's really been a blessing. It's really been a blessing because it's helped me to see how all of the discernment that we do, every single page, every single decision we make, every way that we respond to God's call in our lives, affects those around us. It really does. It makes a difference. My discernment to come here led to my discernment to sit on a faculty committee, led to my discernment to stand in front of y'all today. And it's the same way with you, no matter where God leads you. Your discernment makes a difference in other people's lives. And your discernment is a part of God's story. Every time you turn that page over, you're becoming a part of God's story. And you're playing that role that God has created you to play. You're being that character, that person that God has created you to be. And so I hope that I'll leave you all with that. So go and discern and continue to discern. Don't stop discerning.